Pisces.
Hi, Pisces.
Alrighty, we're back.
Until.
Alright. Our card for the day, your card for the day, is Evolution from the Beyond Lemuria deck.
Our famous Lemurians are most. Alright, well, we need to unpack this one because this is a big message.
Yup.
Alright, and basically it kind of goes along with the Capricorn reading on The Time Is Now.
Wasn't that just the Taurus reading? Or the
Scorpio reading.
Scorpio reading? You guys, all of the readings are kind of, it's like all of,
We're all in the same.
we're all in the same spot right now.
But
The collective is in the same spot right now.
So the same energy needs to come out just in different ways with the different signs.
Yes.
But it's basically the same message.
Yes.
So, here we go. With this evolution, it says, look for ways that you can flourish in the face of challenges. Okay, now Pisces, the two fish chasing their own tail, they tend to be wishy-washy. They tend to take the challenges and kind of shy away from them, if I remember right. But this is the message. We need to quit being that wishy-washy. We need to face the challenges. Tap into your original passion and remember why you chose the path that brought you to where you are now. Okay? You need to break a problem down to its elements. And that means all of them. The ones that belong to you, the ones that belong to other situations that's causing whatever it is you're in. Break it down into elements and be honest of the ones you bring. And be creative in how you tackle them. In other words, there's always a bigger picture and there's always a divine outcome. In the divine outcome, everybody wins. There may have to be a little give and take and a little sacrifice on both sides.
You mean what you do affects me?
Absolutely.
And what I do affects you.
If you allow me to have my power as well as I allow you to have yours.
And you?
Yes. Everything, we aren't even seeing these people and we're affecting them.
Exactly.
If they let us. And see, that's the thing is we have grown up in a society where everything is cause and effect, they say, from us. That we are actually stealing the power of others to create anything. And we're all doing this. Instead of working together. The like minds, the like, the lovers.
It's not a competition, it's a co-creation.
Yes. Consider how you can make it more fun and inspiring. Alternatively, be present and ask how you can learn, grow, and become stronger through what's happening for you. Because I don't care what situation, even the worst situation, there's something that you can learn. And if you think it's the worst situation, how can you make it better? What can you bring to the atmosphere to make it more fun, to make it more... What kind of mindset can you bring to make it more enjoyable? Focus on the aspects of your situation that make it all worth it. What did I just say? Draw on the inner resources that can pull you through. You have the qualities you need to shine. We all do. We come pre-packed with them. So don't lose sight of the bigger picture by me, myself, and I. You may be pushed to greater and deeper learnings, and it might be an uncomfortable process. But the strength, growth, and wisdom that comes from journeying through the eye of the storm and embodying this knowledge is something no teacher can show you. And that's true. It doesn't matter how much we sit up here and talk. For some of you, you can empathize, you can understand, you may be able to learn from our experiences. Some people can do that. Others of us, you're going to have to face the fire. Pisces, I think, is one of the energies they were kind of born to face the fire because of their duality and their ability to
They're a mutable sign.
Yeah.
They're a completely mutable sign. That means that they can go into each situation and transform.
Well,
and
they can
thrive.
shut down any part of that.
Yes.
But now, what
Yes.
Spirit is asking you to do is that part you want to shut down, you need to work with.
Yes.
That's the message here. And I agree with that. I agree with that.
I agree
Time
with
to
that
evolve. It's time for all of us to evolve.
Yes.
All right, what you got, Mom?
Okay. Well, we have started out with some stagnant energy. Okay. You are sitting in the hanged man position right now. Okay. And I believe that has to do with stability getting knocked out from underneath you. Okay. The stability getting knocked out from underneath you, you've got the high priestess upside down. Okay. Divine is not happy. All right.
Somebody was not listening to their worship.
And I'm going to say that it's related to love because you've got the upside down Ace of Cups. Okay, whether this is self-love or this is a relationship, it's been turned upside down. Okay, it went south, and it did it quite quickly and abruptly because we have the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so there is truth in the relationship situation, understanding, ending so quickly in love. Okay, now somebody's wanting to come in out of the cold. Okay, it's a Five of Pentacles energy. You see the light coming down in between the man and the woman there. The woman's got a child and nurturing, etc. There's a divide between the two of them. All right, this can be any situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man and a woman. It's the two sides of any situation. Okay, it's not specifically love related as in a relationship. This could be the two sides of you and the duality that you have, right? And the energy of that is the upside down King of Pentacles with the Empress. Okay, that's not a match in energy. That's somebody who has a very immature side as opposed to a very mature side. Okay, this situation that happened really has you kind of fucked up.
Well,
It definitely didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. It didn't go the way that you wanted it to go at all, and it's because of the difference in the energy and and the duality of it, because it's not supposed to be a duality. It's not supposed to be far left and far right, because it's what's in the middle. It's that co-creation. Okay,
even if it is far left and far right, with the knowledge between two,
right? It could have been a very positive situation. Okay, and that's got you in this energy, this feeling, this wanting to fight. Okay, but that's not the solution. In order to get that stability back, you go to spirit. Spirit's over here going, man, somebody fucked up. Whether it was you, whether it was the other person involved, whatever. Yeah, somebody fucked up. Okay, and
it's being seen.
It's
secrets are being seen.
It most definitely is. It most definitely is. And these energies, I don't know. It's like one end of the spectrum to the other with these cards, and it's all based on this cup. This cup that's upside down.
It's karma for that.
Whether it's emotionally closed to where you don't allow yourself to have connection to your emotions. That could put this cup upside down. Emotionally closed, emotionally unavailable. Yes. Okay. And right now, you're in a situation where you're having to deal with those emotions. You can't positively, successfully get through life only going from logic. You have to have the balance between your head and your heart. And that's not there because of the difference in these two energies. The upside down King of Pentacles, that person is greedy. They're only thinking about money. That's the only thing that they need to get. Whereas the Empress understands the value of money, is full of abundance, is very nurturing, is very prosperous, loving, giving, kind, firm, guiding. Okay?
I think the Empress understands that value isn't just money.
Exactly. The Empress understands the value of everything. Positive, negative.
She kind of creates value within herself.
And shares it with everyone.
Yeah. So they can have the same.
So in order to get out of this energy, that goes back to this evolution. You're going to have to look at things from a different perspective, and I think that's where that empathy comes in. You're going to have to look at the other person's point of view. We didn't get where we're at by taking other people's feelings into consideration. We got where we were at by being in that me, myself, I energy, that ego energy. And the ego is the death of all of us. What do you have? If it's not used properly. If you don't have an understanding,
you don't have to worry about it though.
Right? Once you have an understanding of what your ego is for, you understand that you are spending most of your life trying to overcome your ego. Your ego is your body's defense mechanism to protect you. And as you go through life, as you grow, as you learn, as you heal, as you come into contact with different people, places, events, times, etc., you consistently have to shed what your ego is telling you that you need in order to
reshaping
grow.
Your ego.
Yes.
Because your ego isn't necessarily bad. It's how, as long as you're breathing, you will have an ego.
Yes.
Because it's how you identify yourself with the rest of within the.
But the ego, okay, your ego is what allows you to set boundaries on how other people treat you. Okay.
Well, that's one of the things it does. It depends on which side it's coming from, whether it's a healthy ego or a toxic ego.
Right.
But as long as you're breathing, I don't want people to get confused that every time we use ego in context, because people can have a good, healthy ego.
Yes.
And there are signs to a good, healthy ego. But it ain't that shit. Okay? And we'll put up something on the community page about, a divine ego versus
a healed version and an unhealed version, a toxic version.
However you want to put it, it's the same fuckery.
Right.
Well, here's the deal. Okay, I'm not going to say that, Pisces, this is your energy, but this is what we're dealing with on the table.
Right, that's why I didn't say. I mean, it could be you, or it could be the person that you were dealing with. But evolution is what needs to happen to heal.
Evolution of perspective, whether you're the one receiving this or you're the one giving it. An evolution of perspective needs to happen, and it's going to happen whether you like it or not. Because karma is on this board. Alright? There's no getting out of it. Things will be balanced. Now, it can either be balanced by the people involved, or the universe will do it. So one way or another, changes have to be made. It's time for people to go inside. Okay? What I love about this Hermit is there's one light there. Most of this card is dark. Okay, the hermit is very understated, but his light is not. Even he can see it. And that's what the hermit's all about, is finding that light. Not only for yourself, but for the rest of the world. Because when you don't find that light, that fuckery happens. Or you become a victim of that fuckery, one or the other. Something throws you off balance. And you're consistently juggling to try and get back your balance. That's a sign. If you consistently feel unbalanced in a situation you're in, and it feels like it's a burden, when you feel these things, justice will be present, whether you act on them or not. If you don't act on them, guess what? The karma's yours. If you are not honest in a situation to allow people to rectify it, or if you're the one causing situations that need to be rectified, it doesn't freaking matter. Time's up. Now, that's what I'm seeing as far as the overall energy. Alright? As this is the energy of what has been being dealt with. Now, what I see going on is people understanding and moving towards and giving messages instead of this. They're seeing the value of this cup. And they're regretting their actions. That they weren't stable. That they were just, a page. They've taken some time to spirit. And they've seen their shortcomings. Or what they've allowed other people's shortcomings to drive them to. Which is understanding finally their value. How much value is in that beautiful cup? Love isn't junk. Real love is not junk. And this Queen of Cups, she knows that. She understands that. And maybe she's given this cup to some junk, or maybe she's filled her own cup with junk and given it out, didn't realize it. But what I'm seeing is that energy being healed. That misunderstanding of self and others. Because this is what this is about. And I am seeing people fully embracing the truth of that Empress energy that Dawn explained to you. Why this is so important. This is creation. This is the creative force. This is the nurturing force. This is the energy that helps people grow and feel safe and comfortable in the skin they're in. It's understanding. It's that unconditional mother's love. The Empress is always pregnant. She's always giving birth. Whether it's a new idea or a new whatever. She is the creator. She is the one that births all things. She is the spring of life itself. And people are realizing this energy, man or woman, within themselves. And when they do, the world shows up. Imagine that. Oh, hey, I understand my value. And because I understand my value now, I can actually see it in somebody else and honor their power as well. And then we can responsibly co-create because we understand ourselves.
And therefore can take a second to realize and understand as well.
Exactly. We're getting the love message right here. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to start over. We're going to take all this fuckery, whether we received it or whether we gave it, and we're going to see it for what it is, which is a destructive pattern. And we're going to start all over again. And we're going to start being what we wish for. What we feel like we're needing. In someone else, we're going to finally learn to find it within ourselves.
Yay! Way to go, Pisces.
We're going to learn to be our own dream come true. And that's going to take down that defensive energy.
That's fantastic.
But when we start seeing it in other people, we also see how we've brought this energy up in other people, how we've created the wounded warriors.
Yep.
And why this energy exists too within ourselves. See how that happens? And guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen after that? Once we realize our own fuckery and how it exists, and then other people's fuckery if we're taking it, and how that creates karma if we allow it and enable it. Mm-hmm. So if we get all that figured out and quit doing that shit,
it's not the Four of Wands.
That's a Four of Wands.
You mean that Four of Wands that was right over here, that was upside down,
look at
that
this.
was a loss in stability?
Look at this. The Lover's right after that. I can't make that shit up.
Nice.
Well, you gotta become your own lover, okay? Everything that you think you need to become that. So you quit needing it.
Yep.
And then you become a gift. Quit being needy. Quit being needy, quit being wishy-washy because you're needy. How's that?
Give it to yourself. Spend the time to love yourself, and then you don't become a burden in your next relationship. And that's why this relationship was a breakdown. This one was all of the work and becoming the relationship that you actually want.
Well, this one was kind of seeing what this one went to. And working through our own shadow part of it. But see, a lot of people have been running from that shadow part, which is very bad. Because then you project it on other people. And it's not theirs. There's karma for that too. When you hurt innocent people. I mean the really innocent. I'm not talking about you responding to a jackass. Because you have a right to be angry sometimes. And I'm not going to... I think anger is totally...
Or hurting people from your own wounds and then
blaming them for it.
Yes.
And then blaming them for responding or reacting to... Yes. There's a lot of that going on too. And that's enough. It's time to start dealing with this because our soldiers are going to start falling by the wayside. We're all getting the same message. And I think it's because of the raising of the energy that, we're either going to do this or we're going to be left in a world that's not one we'll want to live in. So when we say the time is now,
it's now.
But
it's now.
Anyway, Pisces, I hope this helps. Because Lord knows what the energy is going on right now. Well, actually, with Venus going in retrograde, there's going to be a lot of ego that's going to be burned off and seen, even within ourselves, that we're going to have to deal with. So there's another layer of the onion coming that, you guys will probably need us at that point.
I wonder what we're going to do when we get to the bottom of the onion, the middle of the onion. Because we've been dealing with a lot of layers.
Well, if the onion is still grounded and rooted, it's going to keep growing. So
it's going to make more layers.
We'll never get to the bottom of the onion in the physical.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
we'll always have something else to experience. And we're supposed to. And that's the problem. Everybody wants to have that perfect life and then not have to worry, they want to be stagnant.
I'm sorry. Every time we use an onion as an analogy, I got Shrek screaming at me. Like, we're all freaking ogres. we're just all ogres, okay? And we're dealing with donkeys.
Oh, Jesus. I never thought of it that way.
On that note, I'm going to say bye, Pisces. Be blessed.
Blessed be.
Namaste.
You are not right.
I know.
I love you that way, though.